Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok.
hujan.
Thank you for listening to Footmob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out Footmob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you for listening to Footmob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out Footmob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you for listening to Footmob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta for today's FIFA Club World Cup Round 16 knockout phase between Paris Saint-Germain and Inter Miami. The French outfit bounced straight back on Tuesday, booking their place in the knockout stages with a straightforward 2-0 win over Seattle Sounders. And with results going their way elsewhere, it meant Luis Enrique's side finished up as winners of Group B. Fresh off the back of a historic treble, of course, domestically, it's fair to say they are hungry for more silverware, and a win today would, of course, take them another step forward. As for Inter Miami, the MLS side made it through via a runners-up spot in Group A after an historic night playing out a thrilling 2-2 draw against Palmeiras. And they come into this one unbeaten in their last 6 games, scoring at least 2 goals in 5 of those matches. And although the odds might be against them tonight, with Messi and Suarez leading the front line, despite their combined age of 76, you just never know, do you? So on to team news then. PSG make one change from that win over Seattle Sounders. Bradley Barcella, who came on to assist in that victory, comes in for Seni Mayulu, who drops to the bench. So PSG will line up like this. In goal is Gianluigi Donnarumma. The back four made up of Achraf Hakimi, Marquinhos, William Paco and Nuno Mendes. The midfield three of João Neves, Vitinha and Fabian Ruiz, with Desiree Doué just behind, should I say, Bradley Barcella and Visha Kvaratskhelia. As for Inter Miami, well, they also make one change. Former Barcelona man Jordi Alba comes in to make his first start in the tournament for Thomas Avilés, who drops to the bench. Noah Allen looks like he will move into the central defence. So, Inter Miami will line up like this. In goal is Oscar Ustari. The back four, Marcelo Vigant, Maximiliano Falcon, Noel Allen and Jordi Alba. The midfield four of Telasco Segovia, Sergio Busquets, Federico Redondo and Tadeo Allende, with of course Luis Suarez and Lionel Messi lining up front. So it begs to be, of course, a very interesting fixture And of course the Lionel Messi and Luis Enrique reunion for the club captain, who of course did play for PSG, didn't he? Lionel Messi. Luis Enrique knows him very well. So those are the two teams anyway. In terms of the substitutes, I will run those through as well, of course, starting with PSG. Well, PSG have got Lucas Baraldo, Gonzalo Ramos, Osman Dembele, Lee Kangin, Lucas Hernandez, Seni Mayulu, Warren Zaire-Emery, Matvey Sofanov, Noham Kamara, Ibrahim Mbaye and Arno Tenes. As for Inter Miami, Thomas Avilés, Fafa Pikuk, Ballestar Rodriguez, David Martinez, Ryan Saylor, Leonardo Frugis Afonso, William Yarba, Alan Urbando, Benjamin Cremasi, Rocco Novo and Santiago Morales. The referee will be Wilton Sampaio, the Brazilian, aged 23. He's highly regarded in South American football, actually, and has been internationally recognised since 2013. In 2024, the International Federation of Football History and Statistics named him among the world's top 20 referees. So he is the man in the middle for today. It's an interesting fixture. Mascherano was saying pre-match that he wants to leave something on PSG. Still feels it's going to be an uphill task against a very good side, fair to say, isn't it? Treble-winning side. And Luis Enrique was mentioning that whenever you face the best ever, in terms of Lionel Messi, it is always a difficult challenge. So those are the thoughts of the two managers. Of course, they were two fantastic football players in their time, weren't they, as well? Javier Mascherano, his time with Barcelona, Liverpool, that defensive midfield linchpin. Luis Enrique, of course, going back a long time there in the 90s for him, but he certainly was an energetic midfielder as well. Very similar to Mascherano. Could offer a lot more as well going forward. But we are almost ready to get you underway here. You're listening to live audio match commentary. It's PSG against Inter Miami, and it's going to be PSG that will get us underway in this first half in all blue, of course, traditional blue shirts, blue shorts and blue socks. Not dark, really, dark blue shirts, dark blue shorts, dark blue socks. And as for Inter Miami, they'll be in their pink shirts, pink shorts and pink socks. Straight away the ball is booted out for what seems to be a goal kick there. I think PSG were just trying their luck from a very long distance, which didn't quite come to fruition, let's say. And Oscar Ustari will take his time and leave the ball for his own devices. Boot the ball forward now, over the halfway line it will go, looking for a head of a Miami player. The ball has gone out for a throw-in, and PSG are able to recycle at the back. Here is William Paco, over to Marquinhos now, rolls it inside to William Paco, and over to the left-hand side it'll go to Nuno Mendes, the Portuguese international, of course, as PSG just knocking the ball around very sublimely, as they tend to do, of course. Luis Enrique's side, there's Hakimi, back to Marquinhos again, still PSG in possession. They shifted all the way over to the left-hand side. Fabian Ruiz will have the ball now, plays it inside to Vitinho, does a little spin and turn, just inside the halfway line, out to the right-hand side. PSG have plenty of possession. There's the switch in play, over to the left-hand side to the dangerous Kvaratskhelia. Here he is again, trying to play the 1-2 there. Still PSG have possession on the left-hand side. The ball will go out for a throw-in, and it'll be a chance for the French outfit to try and attack as much as they can. Here is Nuno Mendes now, to the middle of the park for Vitinha. Back Here they come again with Fabian Ruiz in support. It's good football by PSG at the moment. Over to the right-hand side to Hakimi. Hakimi now will try and take the ball short, as he tends to do. The Moroccan defender who actually scored in the 2-0 win over Seattle Sounders. And still PSG have possession at the back again. Miami have hardly had a touch of this ball, it's fair to say. Here they come again. Over the halfway line, and now they can come bombing forward. Can PSG? Here's Fabian Ruiz over to the right-hand side. Is he going to keep it in? Hakimi is on this right. Still Hakimi has it. Rolls it back in to number 8 of Fabian Ruiz, but his cross is blocked. Still PSG will recycle possession. If you have just tuned in, you are listening to live audio match commentary of this World Cup club fixture, which, of course, if both teams were to win, they'd be setting themselves into the quarter-final. Still PSG have possession. Here's Vitinha. And to the right-hand side, back to Hakimi. That's a lovely ball. Inside to Kvaratskhelia, and here he is on the ball down the left-hand side, cuts in on the right foot, Kvaratskhelia into the area, great chance, pulls it back, all doing, the shot is blocked. And eventually Miami, good save it was by Ustari. The Argentinian shot stopper got behind it there. Well, he's kept one shut out so far. The goalless draw in the opening group game with Al Ahly. And that was a fine save there from close range. Kvaratskhelia causing the problems down the left, jinking inside two defenders. And in the end, as he pulled it back for Doué, you thought, well, the goal was at his mercy, really. But his close range effort was palmed away superbly by the Miami goalkeeper. But that's the first opportunity we've had here already. And it was that man, Kvaratskhelia, the Georgian attacking winger, striker, whatever you want to call him, really. He's lightening up the competition as well so far, by the way. 1 goal and 2 assists so far in this competition. And PSG will get themselves a free kick here on this left-hand side. What a dangerous position this is as well. About 7 yards outside the Miami penalty area, left of centre, more or less close to the corner of the penalty area, if you were to describe it. Vitinha is over it with that right foot. So is Hakimi. What can they make of this, PSG? There's real danger here. Miami really blocking the wall. They've got 3 players inside the penalty area, just standing. It's going to be Vitinha with the right foot, curls it towards the back post. There's the header, and there's the goal! And PSG have broken the deadlock, and it is at the back post. It's João Neves who comes in with a diving header into the far left corner, and that's just not what Miami wanted, really. PSG are in front. It was a lovely free kick. Beautiful set piece from Vitinha. He just curled it right-footed towards the back post, and in went João Neves at the far stick. Just met it beautifully with his head, diving header into the far left-hand corner. And it's PSG 1, Inter Miami 0. And the 20-year-old, who's in his first season since joining from Benfica, actually scored 3 and assisted 7 times in League One, João Neves. But he's on the score sheet here. And it is PSG who take the lead here. And as I say, for Inter Miami, I'm sure they'll feel a little bit frustrated and disappointed. They've let the lead slip so far. And here comes PSG again on the edge of the area, trying to play a 1-2. Almost found to Desiree Doué there, but the ball just about scraped its way through to the Inter Miami goalkeeper, Oscar Ustari. Well, straight away, Javier Mascherano has a problem. His side trailed by a goal to 0. And, I was just saying, wasn't I, that pre-kick-off, Mascherano wasn't expecting his side to beat PSG, but what he wants is them to give them a game. That certainly isn't the case at the moment, as here come PSG again. Vitinha down the left-hand side. Douay trying to chase, and in the end he trips up the Miami defender, Maximiliano Falcon. And it'll be a Miami free kick, so Falcon trying to shield the ball really, the Uruguayan defender, who's started all 3 games so far prior to today. He recently joined from Colo Colo, central defender. He's already been busy in this one. Here is Hakimi now. He's into the feet of Vitinha. PSG just knocking the ball around beautifully from right to left, and just as I say that, they give the ball away. Commentators curse and all that, but they win it back brilliantly. Vitinha, and here they come with Kvaratskhelia now driving forward towards the edge of the penalty area. He switches play over to Hakimi. Hakimi tries a little 1-2. Still Hakimi, 10 yards outside the D. Now Vitinha puts it out to the left-hand side. Kvaratskhelia has the ball on this far touchline, curls it into the box. And now it's under control by the goal scorer, Joe Neves. He lays it back. Lovely football by PSG. And in the end, Miami just about clear their lines. But once again, the French outfit just rolling the ball round at ease. Like a training game, really, it's fair to say, for Luis Enrique's side in this opening 8 minutes or so. Miami just haven't been able to get a foot onto it. And here come PSG again. Here is Kvaratskhelia walking with the ball on the far touchline. Rolls it back. I feel it's a little bit easier than maybe they expected at the moment, PSG. Finding that pockets of space. And here is Marquinhos now, over to the right-hand side. Hakimi wants it, but he's going to miss him for the minute. Fabio Ruiz will take over. He plays it back to his defender, Marquinhos. Marquinhos into Barcola. Barcola who's the only one change for PSG. It's the ex-Leon man. 14 League One strikes and 10 assists though. PSG this season. Hoping to get another one of those, I'm sure. As here they come again. Over to the right-hand side to Hakimi. He's got a bit of space on this right, as Hakimi wants to play the 1-2, which he does successfully. Still they have it, PSG on the edge of the Miami penalty area. In the end, it's a little pass too far. They have to roll it back. And in fact, Kvaratskhelia is actually down at the moment. Looks like he could be in a bit of discomfort here. The Georgian. He just seems to go down. Oh, he got a little slap in the face by the looks of it by the Miami defender as he tried to recycle the ball with a 1-2. Oh, the referee, Samayo, is just going over the Brazilian official just to check on proceedings, make sure that Kvaratskhelia is okay. I don't think there'll be any thing doing for Marcelo Vigant, the Miami defender. He's actually on loan from Boca Juniors. It's Marcelo Vigant until December. He assisted in the 2-1 win over Porto. Referee is just carrying the ball back now from where possession was originally, and we are back underway just inside the centre circle. Here is Marquinhos now, out to the left hand side. PSG again moving the ball very swiftly with a swagger, lead by a goal to nil. If you have just tuned in, you're listening to live audio match commentary. That goal by Joe Neves, who was trying to get on the ball again there for PSG, but Miami win the ball back and scrape it out to the left-hand side. They've hardly had a touch, as I say, in this game. They've got it at the back now. The defenders have had plenty of touches. Noel Allen will knock it back to the goalkeeper, who's starting, boots it forward. I don't even think Suarez and Messi have had a touch on the ball yet, you know. They've not got it far enough forward, and they try again here down the left-hand side, but the ball forward from Jordi Alba is blocked. And it will be a free kick, should I say, a throw into the Americans. That left-hand side, of course, they are the sole American side left in the competition now. Trying to play the 1-2, but he was just took off his toes there. And back to Donnarumma it will go, who's hardly been able to touch the ball in this game. I'm sure he'll be pleased with that. We'll do Donnarumma. who's kept 2 clean sheets from 3 of the group games. There is Vitinha, lovely ball through, trying to get Desiree Doué on the roll there, but good defended by Miami. Jordi Alba, of course, former Barcelona man, doing what he had to do best there, getting in on the blind side to win that ball. He actually missed the first group game through injury to Jordi Alba. It's his first start in the competition. Just seeing that goal again though from João Neves. It was a lovely, delightful free kick from Vitinha. Just the way he sliced the ball towards the back post with that right boot of his, and João Neves kept coming in on the blind side with a diving header into the far right corner. And that's the goal that separates the two sides. Miami have got the ball though inside the centre circle now. Here is Sergio Busquets. Again, they're under pressure though. Ball has to go back to Noel Allen. Allen out to the left-hand side. Jordi Alba has to go back to Allen again. The Greek defender coming on loan from Lauderdale. Again, the possession is squandered though, and it will enable PSG to move forward once again. He's Marquinhos tried to play the ball through the centre of the Miami defence, but it was cut out. And again, the ball's just fell off Suarez there. You normally wouldn't count on him miscontrolling the ball, would you, Luis Suarez? But that's exactly what he did there. Had a chance to get Miami on the attack there inside the centre circle, but the ball just hit his feet and rolled back into the PSG. And here they come again. Here is Marquinhos now, just over the halfway line on this right-hand side. He's got Hakimi to the right if he needs him. Here is Hakimi again. Side-footed pass into Marquinhos. Playing the ball very neatly and very nicely, PSG at the moment. Really able to cause a problem at all, Miami. They'll be hoping that changes, but here come PSG again. There's an opportunity. Oh, and well, that could have gone anywhere there, but it's gone for a corner. So PSG will take the corner from the left-hand side. What an opportunity there. That came from nothing, really. Just seemed to fall off the Miami defender. It's a corner to PSG from the left-hand side. Going to be taken with the right boot. Referee just checking everything. He's untoward here. The arm is up. What can PSG make of this? Right-footed, high one, hanging. Pulls the back post. Header comes in. It's a free header! And it's a goal for PSG, but he's offside, surely. And he is. Well, I did think straight away that he'd gone way ahead of the time of the Miami defenders, and that was the case as well. As the header came in, yeah, he's absolutely a country mile offside. Is the PSG man. Headed it in from close range, but the goal is chalked off. It was initially a corner, as I say, from the right-hand side. And as it came over the back, it was Bradley Barcola who headed it towards goal and then nodded in from close range. But the goal, as I say, has been chalked off. So no goal. It still remains PSG that lead Miami by a goal to nil. As Miami will try and pick up possession in the middle of the park, but Vitinha again is there, winning it back very comfortably. And they're all so comfortable on the ball, these PSG players, aren't they? Here is Vitinha. Whenever they get it, it's control pass. It's so sublime and entertaining to watch. Especially if they might go back sometimes, but they certainly like to go forwards. And here they come again. Here is Vitinha. I know sometimes it can be looked at as boring, can't it, this tippy-tappy football? But it's not at the moment. And here they come again, PSG, Kvaratskhelia into the area, and there's the shot. It's blocked, and that will be another corner, will it? Well, they want it. He's certainly looking for it, but whether he's going to get it, I'm not entirely sure. Well, Bradley Barcola, I think it was from the left that crossed it in. And let's just have a look. No, it's Fabio Ruiz, actually, who got the cross in, but I think it's come off the Miami defender last, looking at the replay. And so that will be a goal kick. In the meantime, could be a bit of a problem here for one of the Miami defenders, Noel Allen. He's just currently down, injured at the moment. So just waiting to see what kind of treatments he'll be administered, because looks to me like that could be a hamstring, you know. He's got his right hand underneath where his hamstring is. This could be a problem, you know, for Miami. There might be an enforced change here for David Beckham's side. When I say David Beckham's side, it is, of course, David Beckham's club, really, is how they like to say it, of course, in America. In terms of side, Javier Mascherano is the man that leads the line in terms of management, of course. Head coach, whatever they call it these days. I still get sucked into the manager lark, you know. Even now, still say manager instead of head coach. It's just a natural thing, I think, really. But in terms of Noel Allen, talking of a natural thing, it doesn't look good for the defender. He is currently hobbling off the field at the moment. The stretcher has come on, but he doesn't need that, thankfully. He is off the pitch, though, for the moment, and it'll be interesting to see whether he stays on, because I don't think he will, and I think they're going to have to reshuffle here, and it's going to be Aviles, I think, who will come on. It is the man who started, of course, the game against Palmeiras, so he is on in Noel Allen's place, so they're not messing about. It's obviously a hamstring, as we originally thought, and so that is that. And, of course, there's no real change in terms of the defence, because Noel Allen, who was shifted into the centre, had been playing left back anyway, but Jordi Alba, of course, is in that place. So Thomas Aviles is on, and well, that's the first change Miami had to make. And in terms of there you go, could be a yellow card here, actually. Mendes was just for the full throttle of Aviles, and I think he's going to get booked here. Well, what an introduction he has. He's been yellow carded straight away within, I make that 15 seconds, I think, of coming on the pitch. That's got to be one of the quickest bookings ever, hasn't it? And Thomas Aviles is in the book. So a yellow card for the 21-year-old, and I must say, he certainly does like a booking, because he picked up 17 yellow cards in his last 42 league matches, including one in the opening group game. So make that 2 for this one. So whether there's a problem, whether there's a suspension on the looks, well, you'll certainly have to be careful now, won't he, for the rest of the game. In the meantime, here come PSG attacking right on the edge of the Miami penalty area. A lovely ball through down the right-hand side. Here's Douay. Tees up Hakimi, who strikes it. It's blocked and cleared behind for a corner. Well, that was a chance there for PSG. Lovely little link-up play between Hakimi and Desiree Douay, who was, of course, a star in that UEFA Champions League final. He almost showed his delight again. Here he is again into the penalty area. Rockford cross into the box, headed away. He's going to fall for Coutinho, who fires it in. But it's a comfortable save in the end for Oscar Ustari, who holds on to it. But it was taken so quickly. Desiree Douay, the corner, and then it was come back to Desiree Douay. Here he was, taking on the defender. He got on the outside into the penalty area, clicked a beautiful cross into the box. It was headed away, and then Coutinho just smashed it on the volley. But his low drive was eventually hit the ground and straight into the arms of the Miami goalkeeper. And in terms of another problem here, it looks like there could be. And well, it's Oscar Ustari who made that save just a moment ago. He's on the ground now, struggling. Now, I'm not sure what's happened. Is it the way he's cleared the clearance, or it's a follow through by the looks of it? And well, he's as he went to clear the ball, it looks like it might have been João Neves who came in to try and block him, and as he did, he just caught his ankle. So Looks like we're going to get some treatments here for Oscar Ustari, although he's back to his feet now, so fingers crossed he's okay. And it does appear that that is fine again, so Oscar Ustari is okay. In the meantime, he's given the ball away. Here is Hakimi. Into the area, it's blocked and cleared away, but still PSG have it on the edge of the box. Well, Ustari really, they should have left it to somebody else to clear the ball. Instead, giving it the goalkeeper is just about recovered from injury. He gave it straight to Hakimi on the right-hand side, but PSG couldn't make the most of it. But here they come again, on the left-hand side this time. Vitinha now. It's midway point of the Inter Miami half. Shuffling the ball around. Here is Marquinhos now. Out to the right-hand side. Back to Marquinhos, the Brazilian centre-back who played in both victories over Atletico Madrid and Seattle Sanders. He was actually an unused sub in the defeat to Botafogo. Over to the left-hand side it'll go to Desiree Doué. Plays it back to Kvaratskhelia with a shot. Oh, just wide of the right-hand post. That's got to be inches in it. It really has. And it was Desiree Doué who picked up the ball down the left-hand side, rolled the ball into the feet of Kvaratskhelia. He controlled it, got it out of his feet, curled it right-footed from just outside the Miami penalty area on this left-hand side, and the ball arrows inches wide of that far right post. So close there for Kvaratskhelia. A couple of inches, and that's a goal, no doubt about it. But it wasn't to be. The PSG still lead by a goal to nil. But here they come again, over to the left-hand side to Kvaratskhelia. Looking to take on his man, goes past him with ease to the byline. Has to go back though for the moment. Looking for Desiree Doué, but he's not going to find him. In the end, it looked like a foul there on Fabian Ruiz, but nothing doing. And here come Miami now on their first real attack down the left-hand side. Good attacking play here by Segovia. Segovia pinches it out to the right. There's a bit of space here for the cross, and it's blocked, and it will be a corner to Miami. Well, it was Allende, Tadio Allende, who was doing the attacking down the right-hand side. He scored the opener in that Manning 2-2 draw in midweek with Palmeiras, and Miami were 2-0 up as well in that, by the way, until the last 10 minutes before throwing it away, but thankfully it didn't cost them the place into the next round. But here come PSG attacking down the left-hand side. It's that man Kvaratskhelia again. He's been a menace already. Here he is, he cuts in and he goes down, and that's going to be a free kick to PSG. Might well be another yellow card here. Somehow decides to get the card out, but I think he's going to leave it for the moment. Well, I have to say, I don't think there was too much difference between that one and the one that Avilés did just about 5 minutes or so, and he got a yellow card for that, but there you go. It's a free kick to PSG then, and it's not far from the position where they actually scored the goal. It's in a similar place. It's about 10 yards, I'd say, outside the left corner of the Miami penalty area. PSG kicking from left to right in this first half, Miami from right to left, just to give you a picture of it. As this time the free kick is blocked, it'll go all the way back to Donnarumma in the PSG goal. That was a bit of a waste, really, I think it's fair to say, from Luis Enrique's side. Here come PSG again. 26 minutes gone. You're listening to live audio match commentary of this FIFA World Cup club fixture. It's PSG 1, Inter Miami 0. Goal, João Neves. The difference between the two sides so far. It has, fair to say, it's been all PSG really in this opening 26 minutes or so. Miami have hardly laid a glove on this PSG defensive line. They've hardly got the ball forward, but they might do now. Here's an attack down the right-hand side. Here's Allende. Gets the cross in into the box. Could be a chance here, and Suarez was trying to get on the end of it. So was Messi as well. But in the end, it's well captured by the PSG goalkeeper. Donnarumma will roll it out. You've got PSG again. To the feet of Fabian Ruiz. For support. It's going to go back to Marquinhos, who goes for the diagonal. What a lovely ball over to the left-hand side. Took on the chest by Kvaratskhelia into the penalty area. Drives inside, goes on the inside, and out comes Ustari to block him in his path before Kvaratskhelia could do more damage, and out for a corner it will go. Well, he loves those little jigs, doesn't he? Cuts in, cuts out, and eventually it's gone out for a corner. So PSG will have a corner from this left-hand side, which Desiree Doué will go over and take it right-footed, high in towards the penalty area it will go. Evades everybody and eventually goes out for a throw-in to Inter Miami. Goes for them to try and move the ball forward if they can. But Kvaratskhelia just showing exactly what he can do on that left-hand side. He has got some sublime skill. It's the Georgian. It reminds me actually of, I'm going back a bit, showing my age, but there was a Georgian midfielder called Georgie King Clancy back in his day. And very similar to him, really. I think it's fair to say he's far better. He's Kvaratskhelia, but he can jink in, jink out. Got quick feet, moving like just natural ability to just go past the defender, and of course gets those PSG supporters off their feet whenever he gets the ball, and that's the kind of players we love to watch in football. Just to light up a room, isn't it? Here is Desiree Doué. PSG moving the ball from left to right. Hakimi, down the line it'll go. Still good play by PSG on this right-hand side. Hakimi needs support. It's a good little cheeky play though by Doué. Crossed in by Hakimi. Out again, this time by Avilés. There's the switch of play over to Kvaratskhelia again. Was a little 1-2, good spin and turn there. Vitinha. Out to the right-hand side to Hakimi now. Still got it PSG inside the Miami penalty area, but in the end it's good defending and good battling by Sergio Busquets there to win it back for the American side. Alba plays it down the line. That looks a foul, and it is. A free kick there. Federico Redondo goes down to the challenge. The 22-year-old midfielder who was booked in the opening group game. Redondo. This time he's on the other side there. Just winning his side a free kick. Still Miami have it. We've hit the half-hour mark here. It's Paris Saint-Germain 1, Inter Miami 0, but could be 2-0 here if they're not careful. Oh, it's a great strike just over the bar though. Well, it was Fabian Ruiz who saw the light just on the edge of the Miami penalty area. It was a central position, left-footed shot, high over the bar in the end. Right on the edge of the D he was when he smashed it. Oh, the ball's always rising though. Always rising. I think he wanted it. Could just be a little bit lower underneath the crossbar, and he did so. And might well have gone, found the back of the net. In the meantime, they still have possession. They have it at the back though. And Suarez looks like he's caught one of the PSG men there. Not sure if it's Marquinhos as he tried to roll the ball back to his goalkeeper. Let's just have a look. Sharon Evers and Marquinhos, yes it was. Marquinhos and Suarez clashing. Suarez acting the innocence, which I think is fair to say, looking at that TV monitor, he knew exactly what he was doing there. Yeah, former Liverpool Barcelona man. Here come PSG then. The ball very sublimely into one another. And they pick up the pace when they want to. At the moment it's a slow build inside the centre circle, out to the right hand side. And Marcelo. There's the ball over to the right hand side, which Hakimi takes the ball down brilliantly, but he just can't quite get in behind Thomas Avilés, who does really well to defend for Miami. Clear his lines, and Miami was trying to pick it up in the middle of the park. Here is Busquets now. Redondo playing it between the two of those. Still Miami have it. Back to the centre half is Falcon. Falcon rolls it over to Vigant. It's under pressure there, going to have to be careful Miami, and they go back to their goalkeeper who's starting, and then try to play the ball very neatly and casually out to the right hand side. It'll go, will it? But again PSG snapping at their heels, winning the ball back, keeping the ball exactly where they want it. So they might get themselves a free kick here. A foul, I think, by the looks of things. He's trying to get him back to his feet. And let's just take another look at that. Well, he just got done in the back, I think it's fair to say. So it will be a free kick to PSG, which they're looking to take quickly. So Kimi now. Certainly been involved in this first half. There's the ball over the top. No offside against Desiree. He's round the goalkeeper. Oh, and he's hit the Miami defender on the line. And it's cleared away. But I think the flag was up anyway, so it wouldn't have counted. But what a ball that was. Well, it was Hakimi back to Marquinhos, who just clipped the ball over the back of Miami defence. And Desiree he's onside, or so we thought he was onside, should I say. And, well, out came who started to block him. But, of course, he wasn't to know that, was he? And the thumbs up as well from Desiree. He knows what a brilliant ball that was over the top from Marquinhos. And here come PSG again, attacking on this right-hand side. Here is Barcola. Barcola playing it back to Hakimi. Hakimi again. Short into Marquinhos. Again, they build play. Desiree to take it from this left-hand side. There's a PSG man down here. Oh, it's Kvaratskhelia actually, holding his ankle. So I'm not sure what is going on here. But, well, certainly something happening, that's for sure. Kvaratskhelia. Oh, it was a little push, I think, in the back. So it seems okay now. So, still be a corner though, of course, to PSG. So they've still got a chance to break the lines of the Miami defensive line, which they've already done. Through João Neves with a neatly tucked diving header into the far left-hand corner. Great delivery from Vitinha. The free kick. It will be a corner to PSG. Zeré will take it, right footing. Can they get a second goal here? In it goes, Marquinhos is up there. He tried to flick the header away, but couldn't quite do it in the fashion that he wanted. It will be a free kick to Miami. Okay, foul in the end. Marquinhos being just a little bit over keen with his challenges. As the clip ball over to the right-hand side. Trying to keep possession. PSG do well. The football from them, as it has been. Kimi wants the ball, but Marquinhos has gone for one of those clips over the back. Well, Doué again, trying to beat the offside trap. You can see the little tactic they've got there, PSG. Marquinhos, little balls over the top, trying to get the pace of Desiree Doué onto the ball. Almost really work wonders there. And yet again, there's another player down now. The field is the Miami defender. It looks like it is. And in fact, it's Vigand who's gone down. So, free kick to Miami. Take their time. In the meantime, if you have just tuned in, you are listening to live audio match commentary. Oh, they made a right mess of it. Here come PSG. Great ball in. Lovely ball, and that's 2-0. A lovely piece of football. And it's rolled into the net. By Vitinha, is it? Well, Fabio Ruiz created it. And then the ball was rolled in to the net from close range. And it was a simple piece of football, it really was. But Miami made a right mess at the back, giving the ball away in the midst of it. And then it was Barcola who picked up the ball. Oh, there could be an offside here. There could be an offside. I don't think this goal will count, you know. I think there's going to be an offside, but it was a lovely ball in the first place, laid down the right-hand side. And I think they're going to have a look at this and see whether the flag is up, because I think he could be standing just in front of the Miami defenders when he scores. Let's just have, we'll soon find out what is happening. It's, you have just tuned in. You are listening to live audio match commentary between these two sides, and it does stand. The goal does stand though. So it is PSG 2, Miami 0, where there was a little lump on whether it would stand, but it does. And well, what a lovely piece of football it was between the two. And well, Ruiz setting it up beautifully. And in the end, rolled into the back of the net by the man who has already scored, of course, João Neves. He couldn't miss, it's fair to say, but Miami's defence, well, they will feel what they were doing at the back, really. They made a mistake and presented it to Bradley Barcola, who won the ball. He then teed it up down the right-hand side to Fabio Ruiz, and he rolled the ball across the 6-yard area. And João Neves had the simplest of tasks to tap the ball in from close range. And it is PSG 2, Inter Miami 0. We've got 5 minutes to go until the break. You're listening to live audio match commentary. Unfortunately, there is no shock in this one. Of course, I think Miami even thought it would be an uphill task, and PSG have pretty much controlled this from minute to minute. As I say, Miami have hardly had an opportunity to get the ball towards the PSG penalty area. The French outfit have just controlled it from the off, and they will continue to do so. Here is Vitinha now on the ball inside the centre circle. Out to the right-hand side it'll go. Knocking the ball around very simply. And in the end it has to go all the way back to the goalkeeper, Donnarumma. And now out to the left-hand side to Nuno Mendes. And PSG again just playing the ball around like a training game, really. Miami just struggling so much to get the ball off them. Chasing shadows, it's fair to say, really, in this first half. Here is Hakimi. Across the back again. No real pressure from Miami. Now Messi and Suarez will try and come for it, but the ball, the press is beaten. And here come PSG charging forward again down the left-hand side. And that's going to be a yellow card a foul as well. Free kick to PSG. I think the referee will be getting his book out. He does indeed. Well, it was a pacey run, and there was only one thing he had in his mind. Did the Miami defender, Marcelo Vigant, charged, well, it was a shoulder charge really, just barged him over. Stopped Nuno Mendes in his tracks down that left-hand side, so it will be a free kick to PSG. It's set out quickly. They're in complete control, it's fair to say here. Still got the ball now. There's the man who's got a hat-trick of course now. João Neves out to the right-hand side to Hakimi. Neves wants it back, he gets it back. Here is Neves on the ball. It's just played short, out to the left-hand side. Paco, they go from right to left, PSG. Here is Doué, into Vitinha, clips the ball right-footed over to the right-hand side. Hakimi now, takes it under control. Still PSG have it, level with the Miami penalty area. Trying to find that little ball. Here is Doué, he goes down after twisting and turning. 3 Miami defenders were around him, and yet still they couldn't get the ball off him. Here is Hakimi. Back into Vitinha. Short, incisive passing from PSG. And I think it's fair to say they could really hurt Miami if they wanted to. But at times, I think respect is being shown. Here is Marquinhos. Out to the right-hand side to Hakimi. Down the line it'll go to Doué. Doué with the cross into the box, and there's a header! And it's 3-0 to PSG! And you cannot say that it has not been coming. And there you go. It's a close-range header from Fabian Ruiz. Well, it was a simple piece of football. Hakimi rolled it down the line, and a great booted right-footed cross from Desiree Doué on a plate onto the edge of the 6-yard area. And again, he just could not miss. No marking whatsoever. Fabian Ruiz, thank you very much. Or does it come off a Miami defender last? No, it actually comes off a Miami defender, so it's an own goal by the looks of things. So he can't claim that. It's actually hit the midriff of Avilés, so an own goal it will be. Well, football certainly can deceive you, can't you? So Avilés' own goal, it will go down as, a Fabian Ruiz definitely can't claim that. No. He was in the vicinity, that's for sure, but he certainly didn't touch the ball. He hits the midriff of him from close range on the edge of the 6-yard box and goes past the helpless Ustari in the Miami goal. And PSG lead by 3 goals to 0, and you fear for Miami really how worse this can get. We've got 3 minutes of stoppage time here. It's PSG 3, Inter Miami 0. And it does appear at this moment in time, although of course it is early days in terms of the first half, that PSG will be reaching the quarter-finals. Here is Kvaratskhelia though, inside the penalty area, trying to twist and turn and scuffle his way through there, the Vigant, but they did well, Miami, got the ball out for the moment, and there is Thomas Avilés, tries to clear it forward. The substitute really has an unwanted first half since coming on, it's fair to say. He's been booked, and he's also scored an own goal. Certainly not a game he will be remembering fondly, if Miami aren't about out of course. Here is Nuno Mendes to Marquinhos out to the right-hand side. Chance for Bradley Barcola to try and take on his man, but he decides to go inside to Vitinha, who just scoops the ball out to the left-hand side, but just a little bit too far for Kvaratskhelia. And the ball will go out for a throw-in. We've played just over a minute and a half of the 3 added on. Stoppage time here. Not long to go as Vigant will take the throw for Miami on this far side. Rotating down the line. And we try to scrape their way forward, but again, Vitinha is there to pick the pockets. Of course, once of Wolverhampton Wanderers Vitinha in the Premier League. Back to the number 8, Fabian Ruiz, and then the 2-goal scorer, João Neves. Nuno Mendes as still PSG have the ball. And Skelia just knocking the ball around across the centre circle. Not really going forward at the moment now. Vitinha will turn on the ball, drive forward a little few yards or so. Lovely ball. Oh, what a chance this is for 4. Laid back. Oh, and it's hit the crossbar and it's in. The rebound is in from Hakimi. Well, they just put knife through butter, really, that Miami defence. They cut through them at will. And the ball eventually put into the back of the net by Hakimi. It was a lovely clip over the top from Vitinha in the first place, controlled by Barzola, and then he teed it up for the waiting defender, Hakimi, who struck it first time. The ball deflected off the Miami defender, hit the bar, but it came back to Hakimi. And at the second attempt, he smashed it in with his right boot from just outside the 6-yard area. And PSG lead by 4-0. And I was just saying, wasn't I, it's going to get worse for Miami. And it certainly has now, 4-0. And in fact, the referee has called halt then to the first half. The half-time whistle goes. It's PSG 4, Inter Miami 0. And there's not much more to say than it has been total domination from the French outfit. João Neves has grabbed a brace in the 6th minute and the 39th minute before Avilés put the ball through into his own net for Miami. And then right on the stroke of half-time, the PSG right back, Hakimi, adds salt to the wounds after his effort hit the bar. His rebound was blasted in. And that is where we are. It's half-time score then. It's PSG 4, Inter Miami 0. We'll be back in 15 minutes, so make sure you come and check us then.
Iya. Inter Miami dibantai sama PSG. Hancur Messi.
Mob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page.
No. Apalagi left. Ada yang ingin berbicara tak berkah. Kabarnya capek-capek, mari. Habis sakit.
Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page.
Itu.
Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. Thank you for listening to Footmob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out Footmob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
Back to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Of course, this evening's Club World Cup fixture. It's been pretty one-sided so far, I think it's fair to say. PSG 4, Inter Miami 0. Champion, but really by far the better side in terms of everything, really. They are going to be making a couple of changes as well, by the looks of it, which we'll bring to you in just a couple of moments or so. This could be Marquinhos and Ruiz that come off. It is. Not in their places, Baraldo and Emery. So PSG making the two changes there. And, Miami were forced into one change with Thomas Villas coming on for Noah Allen. So we're off and running then here in the second half. Into Miami in their all pink shirts, shorts and socks. PSG in those dark blue, all dark blue shirts, shorts and socks. Inter Miami kicking from left to right in the second half. PSG from right to left. In the meantime, here comes Inter Miami, just attacking inside the centre circle. Rare bit of play for Busquets there, trying to chink his way through. Still Busquets has it. This is good play by Miami. Miami trying to play the 1-2 through, looking for Messi, but in the end it's away. PSG are able to comfortably keep possession. So Warren's there, Emery and Lucas Baraldo are on. For Fabian Ruiz and Marquinhos, just to let you know there. Here come Miami then. Attacking once again, starting well in the opening minute or so here. The American side, of course PSG have got a comfortable scoreline in front of them though, haven't they, leading by 4-0, so only all rush from them really. Just a case of wait until they win the ball back. Hoping that they don't win the ball back, they can fashion some kind of opportunity. They haven't been able to do so far. No shots on goal from the Javier Mascherano's side. Vigant. Short to the feet of Avilas. Over to the left-hand side to Jordi Alba. Segovia wants it. Pick it up there, but cannot quite get there. The Venezuelan scored in the win over Porto. Let's go Segovia. Once again on the ball. PSG have it once again with Kvaratskhelia. Between the lines, Kvaratskhelia wants it on the left hand side. Go back into the centre. To the right hand side we go. Hakimi, of course, scored that fourth PSG goal. The stroke of half time. PSG just easing their way around the corner, which of course they've pretty much done all game, fair to say. Emery wants to try and get a touch on it if he can. gets
Ujung-ujung.
shot that way. PSG have it with Kvaratskhelia, who's taken off his toes that time. They win it back again. Here is Hakimi driving forward on the right-hand side, that far touchline. That's it inside. Is there Emery? Emery again, over to the left-hand side. This is good play by PSG again. Through, but scraped away in the end by Vigant. Trying to pick it up in the middle of the park. Here is Redondo. Over to the left-hand side. Bit of run over the halfway line for Jordi Alba to try and get into a bit of space now on this left-hand side. So go back to Alba. Here's Busquets. Redondo. This is good football from Miami. They've got it from left to right here. Bit of space for Vigant on this right. Clips a high ball towards the back post. Flicked away in the end by Vitinha. Round as far as Jordi Alba, who clips the ball back on the edge of the D. Real chance, a great chance, oh, and he just couldn't quite control and put the ball in, Suarez. Well, that indeed is the best opportunity that Miami have fashioned in this game, and it fell to a man you would bank on scoring, Luis Suarez, but he couldn't get the ball out of his feet quick enough, and in the end it rolled into the grateful Donnarumma, or so to say, Ustari in the Miami goal. What an opportunity there for Inter Miami. Here is Vitinha now, over to the right-hand side. PSG attacking again. Trying to come forward. First bit of goalkeeping Donnarumma's had to do, really. It wasn't too much to do, but he still had to just get his behind it. And that's exactly what he did there. Make sure that Suarez wouldn't get the second chance. The control let him down anyway, to be fair, but here's Messi going on a little run. This is the type of Messi we want to see, but he's lost the ball, and here comes PSG charging forward down the left-hand side, but Kvaratskhelia is not going to get there, and in the end he'll go back to the goalkeeper. But well, it's the first time we've seen Lionel Messi go on one of those driving runs. He loves to pick up the ball inside the centre circle. Picked off his feet, but here's Vitinha, slots it through, great chance for Kvaratskhelia, out comes Ustari, just at the nick of time before Kvaratskhelia could get his foot onto it. Again, the ball was played beautifully between the lines of the two Miami defenders, and Kvaratskhelia was so close to just getting on the end of that and finishing it. Here is Messi now, deep inside his own half for Miami. Those pink fluorescent shirts are just trying to certainly be a lot more advanced in this second half, that's for sure. I mean, of course they have to be, really. They've got nothing to lose, have they? But certainly have played the ball around a lot better. Mascherano's sign. That's a lovely ball over to the left-hand side, into the penalty area. Here's Jordi Alba. Can he get the ball into the box? There's the clip shot from Messi. And I think, has he got a corner for that? He has, and that is Inter Miami's first corner, I make that, of the game so far. Well, the ball came back to Lionel Messi on that left-hand side, and he struck it, but as he did, it came off the PSG man and deflected behind for a corner. 51 minutes have gone here. If you have just tuned in, you are listening to live audio match commentary. Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It is PSG 4, Inter Miami 0. But Inter Miami have a corner from the left-hand side. It's going to be clipped into the area by Segovia. Cleared away only as far as Messi on the edge of the D. Out to Segovia, who can't quite control it. And Vitinha is going to let that roll behind for a goal kick. But that has certainly been a big improvement from Inter Miami. It was a little flick from Lionel Messi, who tried to find Suarez in the midst of that. His poor control finish let him down. And then Messi's shot deflected behind for a corner. So they're certainly picking things up, Inter Miami. Here are PSG on the ball. Back to normal possession. Back at the feet of Nuno Mendes, who scored in Portugal's UEFA Nations League final against Spain. Of course, Portugal went on to win that, didn't they? So here come Inter Miami again. They're giving the ball away. There's the ball through. Mendes, the man we were just talking about, but it's cleared away once again. And he looks a very happy figure, Luis Enrique, to his assistants inside the dugout. In the meantime, it will be a PSG throw. Mendes throws it into the Miami penalty area, and it could be an opportunity here, but good defending by Falcon there, did well. Just got inside the substitute, PSG substitute, Emery, but it was enough to put him off. Miami aren't able to clear. They've got to be so careful. They've already, of course, scored an own goal, and they pretty much gave one of the goals away as well at the back, being too careless with their passing across their own defensive line. Here come PSG again. Lovely 1-2. Hakimi now on this right-hand side. Controls the ball on the far touchline. Goes down, wants a free kick. Referee says no. Waves it away. And here come Inter Miami now, attacking forward. Down the left-hand side, they've got men over here. Busquets. Still Busquets driving towards the edge of the area. Out to the left-hand side. It's not going to quite find Segovia. And in the end, PSG nicked the ball away. Just on the cusp of that. And it was the other substitute, Lucas Baraldo, who got there. So, of course, Marquinhos now off the field. Lucas Baraldo, the man at the back, alongside William Packer. Here come Miami down the right-hand side. To be quite short, giving the ball away there, though. They have got the ball over to Jordi Alba. Tries to drive forward. He's taken off his feet there by Desiree Doué. Now Vitinha, about 20 yards outside the Miami penalty area, puts it out to the left-hand side to Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia again, takes time. Good play by PSG here, just rolling the ball around very comfortably. Miami again, just chasing the ball, but getting nowhere near it. I think it's fair to say headless chicken on the famous football saying, of course, where running around looking for the ball but not getting it. That's how it feels for Inter Miami at the moment, because PSG are just rolling the ball around at will, taking their time in every aspect that they need to. In the end, it's a good tackle by Busquets, wins it back Redondo. And Miami try to clear and they don't. Fail to do so again. On the edge of the areas, could be an opportunity here. Desiree Doué driving into the penalty area, but it was just about cut out by Redondo, who clears it forward. Now into Miami, they were looking for a free kick there, nothing doing. Again, PSG pitch that ball in the middle of the park and look to get going once more. Here is Nuno Mendes now, into the feet of Paco. Paco over to Baraldo. Now onto the right-hand side to Hakimi. Baraldo wants to come forward again, and he gets it. Back into Vitinha. Vitinha's under pressure from three Miami players, including Messi and Suarez, but he beats both of them. Rolls it over to the right-hand side to Hakimi. Again, walking pace football from PSG. The fact is they're keeping possession. That's what they, of course, love to do under Luis Enrique. Continue again. Rolls it back. Here they come. Once more. 56 minutes gone. You're listening to live audio match commentary. If you have just tuned in, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion, I think. This one, PSG 4, Inter Miami 0. All 4 goals coming in the first half. Here is Kvaratskhelia on a driving run down the left-hand side. A lovely ball into the feet of Desiree Doué, who lets fly from 25 yards out, but it's a low daisy cutter and into the centre of the goal, and it's meat and drink really in the end for Ustari, who comfortably holds on to the ball. And here he is again, Ustari. He's got it to his feet this time, under pressure. Well, he was being put under pressure by Barcola there, who's had a really good game. Bradley Barcola, I must admit, been involved in a couple of the goals. And here he is again, lovely turn and twist, great chance! Oh, that's a super save by Ustari to tip the ball over the bar. Does he get enough on it? Let's have a look. There's a lovely ball into the feet. Yes, he does. That's a great save. That is a brilliant save. Left-footed shot from Bradley Barcola, tipped over the bar, but it will be a corner to PSG from this left-hand side, which is going to be taken by Douay. Right-footed towards the back post it goes, and it's headed over the bar this time from Bradley Barcola. Well, what a lovely piece of play from PSG there. It was a beautiful spin and turn from Bradley Barcola. Just the way he got away from the defender. It's a left-foot shot and then tipped over the bar superbly by Ustari. It was just a lovely spin and turn he had, Bradley Barcola. It just completely fooled the defender. Goes into Miami. Will pick up possession down the left-hand side. It's given away. The ball will go out for a throw-in. So, enable PSG the chance to go with possession once more. Over to Kvaratskhelia. The ball will go. See the arrow mark here. Now Vitinha will take control of the ball. Rolled his way forward. Picks out Kvaratskhelia on the left-hand side. He rolls it into the feet to Vitinha. Out to the left-hand side to Zere Douay. Douay. Back into Vitinha. Here's Vitinha again. Out to the left-hand side again. PSG just using possession very wisely. Back to the defender. Baraldo, it will go now. Paco. Lovely little flick forward by Miami. Get the ball back and he's Lionel Messi now on the driving run. Still Messi, driving towards the edge of the D. Picks out Suarez. Back to Messi. Is he going to come back to him? Spins and turns on the ball, but he can't quite get enough to get his shot away, Lionel Messi. The two were trying to combine there, Messi and Suarez. Lovely 1-2 play between the two, but in the end, just ran out of room, did Lionel Messi, before he could strike the ball. It was a good block by the PSG man, Lucas Baraldo. Here you go, Miami again. Down the right-hand side. It's a lovely charging run there. Down the right, Allende. He's done well here down this right-hand side. Still got it in his left boot. Plays it into Busquets now. Redondo back to Busquets. Still Miami have him. The edge of the PSG penalty here. Lionel Messi will take control of it. Still Lionel Messi looking to make something happen. Tries to dink the ball into the box, but it's booted clear in the end by Vitinha. And now he's Barcola. Oh, lovely play from Barcola to get away from two players there. And I think he's won a free kick. He has. Well, as I say, he's had a superb game, Bradley Barcola. Really has in this match. But Ousmane Dembele looks like he's going to be coming on for João Neves, the man who, of course, has got 2 goals. So João Neves gets a huge round of applause. It won't be a hat-trick for him, but he'll be happy with the brace, I'm sure. And he's the man that will take the full elation from the supporters. And on in his place comes Dembele. So PSG making their 3rd substitution of the
Ya po, sih Pak.
Dembele.
Enggak.
Come on. It's not a bad replacement, is it, to be fair? You have to say. Dembele. Yeah. 21 goals in League One last season from 29 appearances. He's missed all the last three group games through injury, so it's his first appearance in this competition. I'm sure he'd love to get on the score sheet. Those many injury problems behind him. Miami then. Looking down the left-hand side. All over the top, which does well. Tries to play it into Messi. Could be an opportunity here. Into the penalty area. Low drive! And that's the first shot on target from Inter Miami. From Lionel Messi. Well, he picked up the ball down the left-hand side. saw the opportunity for a shot, struck it, but didn't really strike it that well, and Donnarumma was behind it and held on to the ball. But Inter Miami have certainly been a big improvement in this second half. But here come PSG again, down the right-hand side. As the ball down the line, you wonder why they didn't really offer this threat in the first half. Paid far too much respect to PSG. As I say, the domination was incredible, really. Such a one-sided contest, but you have to say in the second half, it's been a total difference, really. It certainly hasn't been total domination for PSG, that's for sure. They've had a few moments into Miami, including that one. Lionel Messi's leader Wesley strike on the left side of the area. Up in the far corner, but here come PSG. Here's Kvaratskhelia driving forward into the panels. Yeah, Kvaratskhelia curls it right-footed, and it's just over the bar. The Georgian showing his beautiful feet once more. There he was, cutting on his right boot, his favourite right foot, curling. The ball agonisingly curls over the right-hand side of the crossbar. Starting with clearing forward. Up to halfway it will go. Ronaldo wins it in the air. Miami trying to pick up possession though, which they do. It's a lovely ball into Redondo now over the halfway line. Here comes Redondo. He's got options right and left. He picks out Allende who strikes it, but it's wide. But that's another effort on the PSG goal, and Mascherano likes it. Round of applause from the Argentine, the Inter Miami coach. Allende was it, struck it right-footed, low. It's a daisy-cutted effort though, always going wide on the far left-hand post. So it's a trick really. The PSG goalkeeper, Donnarumma, saw it sail wide of the post. Here comes PSG again then. Start for possession once more. Coutinho into Dembele, gets his first touch since coming on the field. Straight away, picks out the menacing Kvaratskhelia. Rolls it into the feet of Coutinho. It's Coutinho now, waiting for support. 3 Miami players around him at the moment, but uses the options well. It's Emery again. Dembele tries to fish the ball over the top. Oh, he does well! Great chance for Doué! Oh, and the goalkeeper comes out. It was Hakimi actually. Just got there ahead of Doué, and in the end he controlled it with his chest, took the ball down. Great chance on the right side of the area. So give credit once again to the goalkeeper. Could have blocked it, Oscar Ustari. Very, very well indeed, the Argentine. Some stop in the meantime. Miami are coming forward. Here's Allende into the penalty area, scoops it into the box, but cleared away on the chest by Paraldo. And now Dembele will come charging forward, and Dembele slipped the ball through, and out comes Ustari. Well, it's end-to-end stuff here, I must admit, at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta. PSG lead by 4 goals to 0, but end-to-end opportunities there to Miami. If they were just to get a goal, it would just make it an interesting last 33 minutes or so, wouldn't it? Of course, a big scoreline to try and bump down, but here coming to Miami again. Rolls the ball out to the right-hand side. Great chance for Vigan now. Into the penalty area. Low ball. Messi can't get on the end of it, and again, that's a chance. It's a real chance for Inter Miami, but they just didn't make the final pass right. That was the problem. But here is Kvaratskhelia now at the other end. He's got plenty of space to run into. He drives into the penalty area, but the referee is spotted something here, so I can only imagine it's a free kick. He's rolled the ball all the way back, so will be a free kick to Miami. And there's a player that's had a tremendous game as well for PSG. Hakimi, standing down that right-hand side. Was on the ball again. Continue. Now. To the centre half, Lucas Baraldo. Back into the middle of the park for Petinia. Out to the left-hand side, it'll go to Kvaratskhelia now. Take on the Miami defender. That's short. To the feet. To Zere Doué. Now Dembele. Driving forward. On the ball, Dembele. That's trying to poke it through. Lovely play. Great chance. Oh, lovely skill by Doué. Tees it up, deflected shot. Oh, over the bar. In the end. And the ball came back to Bradley Barcola. And he struck it left-footed. And as he did, it's hit the Miami defender. He didn't get enough on it, to be fair, Barcola. With a low left-footed effort, and it's deflected over for a corner. But in the meantime, there are going to be a couple of substitutions, and Achraf Hakimi, who, as I mentioned before, has had an outstanding game, and Nuno Mendes, so the two fullbacks are off, and in their place are Hernandez, and it looks like it's going to be Lee as well, from what I can see here. So Lucas Hernandez is on, so he's can give Lee substitutions, and I think any more substitutions there. But that looks like so it's PSG. So, in the meantime, Zere Doué sweeps the effort just wide. Well, an opportunity there. Got it on the right side of the penalty area, cut inside on that left foot, drove it, but the ball was always going wide. An opportunity there, though, which went begging for PSG. So, they will try and come forward now. See what they can make of it. Just come on, actually. Maybe late for PSG. Hernandez wants to get involved as well, but he's not going to. Ball's not going to go to him at the moment. He's rolling the ball around very comfortably. Hernandez again. 20 minutes to go. It's PSG 4. Inter Miami nil. PSG looking their place into the quarter-final. Of course, the winners of the matchup face CR Flamenco. Bayern Munich can play a little later this evening. PSG again then. Continue. Support role there. Oh, but nothing doing. Doué will pick it up now. Dembele, Vitinha. It's good play by PSG. Over to the right hand side. Could be a chance for a cross here from Kangin Lee. Holding the ball up. It's to roll it back. Play by Vitinha. To Kangin Lee again on this far touchline. Beats one defender. For support. Rolls him into the centre circle. Now here is Lucas Hernandez on the left-hand side. Hernandez picks out Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia into the feet of Dembele. Dembele pokes it through and almost reached Bradley Barcola, who made a brilliant run through the back of the Miami defence, but out comes Oscar Ustari to grasp onto the ball and hold on to what he's got. And when he had to do that, I think it's fair to say the ball was beautifully rolled through. It was a sublime ball through, but just couldn't quite get his foot on the ball there. Bradley Barcola. So Oscar Ustari will clear it forward. Over to the left-hand side to Segovia. Segovia into the feet of Busquets. Busquets back to Segovia. Heading into Miami though. Squander possession. Enable PSG to move forward. Here is Petinia inside the centre circle. Out to the left-hand side to Kvaratskhelia. Must have poked it through. What a lovely ball that is. Into the feet of Desiree Doué now. Trying to turn and twist. Sets up Vitinha. Great chance here. Can't get lead. They've still got it. PSG rolling the ball around inside the Miami penalty area. They've done too much with it though. Too many passes there when they should have fired the shot off. Not that they'll worry, they're 4-0 up, but still, in terms of the want to put some more balls in the back of the net or get those opportunities, then they should really have done better. In the meantime, Luis Suarez could be in a little bit of trouble here. He has pulled down Paco inside the centre circle. He jumped for the ball. He actually won the ball with his head, but as he did, climbed into him, and I think he'll get a yellow card there, the Uruguayan, and he does. So Luis Suarez is in the book. Well, the schools insisted in the draw with Palmeiras in midweek. 5 times in 13 league matches back in the MLS. Did Suarez in the book tonight. Here come Inter Miami driving forward now down the left-hand side. Segovia. He's got 3 PSG players to beat. He's doing really well. He's still got it to the byline. Left-footed cross. Hanging ball into the box. Great header. Oh, and it's comfortably saved. And Lende got up, powered the header towards goal from just shy of the penalty spot. But it's straight into the arms of the grateful Donnarumma. Rolls the ball out to the right-hand side, and here comes PSG attacking with Kangin Lee now on the right-hand side. Dembele will go on a driving run, cuts in on the left foot, tries to cut the ball across the 6-yard and the penalty area, but eventually it's cleared away. And in the end, that will be that for, it looks like Inter Miami will be making a change now. Looks like it's going to be Talasco Segovia that will make way for Kramashi. Kramashi is on. Segovia is off. So it used to be anyway. That change. Just taking a casual walk off, I think it's fair to say there. Kramashi. Midfielder. Coming on. So, helped Miami under 17s to win the Generation Adidas Cup. MLS mixed all-star selection as well, so got a bit of pedigree from him, that's for sure. PSG then, inside the centre circle, swept from right to left out to Kvaratskhelia. Still got it, Kvaratskhelia. Rolls it into the feet of Vitinha. Now Vitinha pokes it out to the right-hand side. Bit of space here, possibly. Emery to get on the end of it, but still PSG have it. There's the ball through. Dembele onto that left foot, edge of the D. Can he strike it? Well, he was looking to do so, but the referee, I think, has been told by his assistant that the flag is raised for offside. So let's just see it again. Yeah, he was offside. Dembele just stepped in front of the Miami back line, tried to step back to be clever, but not quite quick enough. Of course, Thierry Henry used to love that, didn't he? The French superstar. Play that line where he'd be offside, think defenders would catch him out, and then because he was so quick, he'd run back onside. Dembele's repeat of that didn't quite work on that occasion. You can't blame him for trying. Kvaratskhelia tries to win possession. In the meantime, Miami flick the ball forward, and here they come charging forward. Redondo releases Messi. Here's Messi now into the penalty area, trying to get it back on to his left foot, but can't quite make the most of it. And PSG clear their lines, but Miami again will scoop the ball out to the left-hand side. Bit of space for the substitute who's just come on, Kramashi. Benjamin Kramashi trying to play 1-2 there. Looks like it's gone wide left for the minute, Benjamin Kramashi. Can play central midfield as well. It's Miami again. Right in there, possession, and they get it out to the left-hand side. Kramashi again. Flips into Messi, lovely flick through. Suarez, good play here. Great tackle. What a last-ditch tackle that was from Ronaldo. It'll go out for a corner to Inter Miami, but you thought all the way Luis Suarez were going to pull the trigger and score there. He was in a great position, left side of the area, 6 yards out. You'd bank on him, but what a challenge from Ronaldo. Just poked a right boot, got his foot on the ball, had to do it, and he got there brilliantly. Out for the corner, it will be to Inter Miami from the left-hand side. It's going to be Jordi Alba to take it, floats it towards the edge of the D to Lionel Messi. Back out to the left-hand side to Alba. Clips it in into the box, scooped away. PSG have only got it as far as Vigant on the right-hand side. He's going to curl it back in. In it goes. There's the flick header. It's a high one. It goes over the bar. Hits the roof of the netting. And that will be a PSG goal kick. But, as I say, it's been a totally different Inter Miami side in the second period compared to the first. They really didn't have any opportunities and never even looked dangerous or threatening. It was just a total controlling aspect from PSG, but in this second half you have to give them credit. The Mascherano side have given them a real good go and not conceding a goal yet either in this second half. But here is Kvaratskhelia looking to change that. He tees it up. Oh, Dembele's lost control of it on the edge of the D, and in the end here's Kvaratskhelia again on the left-hand side. Plays the 1-2. Kvaratskhelia still got it. Tees it up for Vitinha. Still on the edge of the D. He tried to roll it through to Kang Lee, but it's just about scraped away. And here come Inter Miami with Messi now over the halfway line, driving forward. Can Messi make it? Plays it into the feet of Suarez. Efforts blocked. Still got it into Miami on the edge of the PSG penalty area. Redondo back into Messi. Out to the left-hand side to Camachi into the box. Messi with a header. Oh, it's pushed away by Donnarumma. Well, Messi trying to score against, of course, the goalkeeper that used to be on his side. Not this time. It was a close-range header from Messi. Downward header into the ground. But Donnarumma did well and pushed the ball away. He's Kvaratskhelia now at the other end. Into the penalty area. Tries to put the ball into the box. Poots it clear by Falcon. And out for a throw. But Lionel Messi looks to the sky. He knows what a chance that was. It was Jordi Alba who clipped across with his left boot. And Lionel Messi on the edge of the 6-yard area got a downward header. But it was parried away. As Donnarumma dived to his right. So, the ball away with his two hands. So once again, another opportunity for Inter Miami. Here come PSG now in the middle of the park. Play the ball through the line to the Inter Miami back line, but nothing doing. It's Vitinha. They want to play. Miami get the ball away. It's the substitute Benjamin Camachi. Giving the ball away once again then. And now PSG play the ball back around. And here is Lucas Hernandez. Plays it down the line to Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia rolls it back to Hernandez. They're moving the ball very, very cautiously though, PSG. It was such tiki-taka in the first half. Inter Miami just could not live with them at times, and they wanted to use that ball anyway. Here is Kvaratskhelia on the left-hand side. Rolls it back to Vitinha. Good football by PSG. Back into Hernandez. Now Vitinha once again. To the right-hand side. Still got the ball. PSG. Vitinha. Plays it all the way back into the left-hand side to Lucas Hernandez now. Hernandez back out to Kvaratskhelia. Putting Kvaratskhelia. Rolling back though. Still PSG have the ball. Miami not even going near them at the moment. But in the end, they do give the ball away. These Camachi now on a driving run over the left-hand side. Driving towards the centre of the field this time. Rolls the ball out to the right-hand side. Will it be kept in? It will by Vigant now. Also a yellow card. It's only a booking. One of a minority few in this game. 2, wasn't it? It's Miami. Gets the ball through. The line's there, and Messi was trying to get on the end of it, but it's cleared away by Paco. Going to be a throw-in on this far side, though. Into Miami. Looking for support. If they can get the support, that is. Marcelo can't. Redondo. Redondo has it. Lovely outside of the boot ball. Out to the left-hand side. To Kramashi. Kramashi knocks it back to Alba. The two linking up nicely on that far left-hand side. Again, PSG standing firm. Just, it looks to me like they've got pretty much everyone behind the ball now, PSG. Leaving Barcelona up, really. That's the only player. The rest of them are pinned behind the ball. Here is Dembele trying to win the ball back there, but again into Miami win possession back. Out to the left-hand side. Alba trying to poke it through there, but again PSG stand firm. In the meantime, here is Zaire Emery for PSG, who's going down the wrong side. He's and in fact he's conceded a corner. So it'll be a corner to Inter Miami on this left-hand side. Kramashi wants to take it quickly. He does. He takes it short. Well, it'd be nice if Inter Miami could get a goal. I think that's what they're looking at now, aren't they? If they could just get one goal, it would still be a huge achievement for the Americans, that's for sure. So they will be a little disappointed, I'm sure, that the first half wasn't like the second. You can draw conclusions to that all you want, can't you? You can say that the job's done for PSG and they've left the tools. Down tools, should I say, in the second half. Miami have completely got their ideas up and realised that giving them respect is the way forward. It's Vitinha now. Rolls it into the feet of Baralda. PSG again. Just keeping it simple. Here's Vitinha again, turning on the halfway after reacting after the to Valentskelia. Lost possession there. So Miami winning the ball back. All they have in Miami. Out to the left hand side it will go. If you have just tuned in, you are listening to live audio match commentary here. It's PSG 4, Inter Miami 0. 4 goals came in the first half. PSG is first in Group B with 6 points and a record of 2 wins and 1 loss. That is in Botafogo. To Miami, 2 and 1-1. That one, by the way, was a superb comeback victory over Porto. So they can be proud of their efforts, that's for sure. Coming this far, I don't even think they thought they might get through the group stages, but they did. And of course, history being so short, I have to say the 2-2 draw against Palmeiras, despite being 2-0 up, is certainly going to go down as one of those historic nights for now anyway. Shimano's team have the ball once more. Here is Lionel Messi. To the right hand side to Bigant now. To the feet of Messi. Again to the right hand side to Bigant again. Clips the ball inside to Suarez, spinning and turning on the edge of the D, goes down, looking for a free kick, he's got it. Exactly where Inter Miami wants it. Now, this is where an opportunity to get that consolation goal might well come. We've got 6 minutes to go here at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. You're listening to live audio match commentary. But Inter Miami have a free kick here. The game has pretty much gone with PSG 4 goals ahead, but you just might see a consolation goal, would you, from Inter Miami, just to make it a nice evening for those supporters. Goal to celebrate. Donnarumma is looking on. He, of course, knows the talents of the man standing in front of the ball. Little wry smile as well from Lionel Messi to Donnarumma. And, Donnarumma would think, no, we've faced plenty of these in training. They were together at PSG. This time it's opposites. Messi. Opportunity. One past his former teammate. Can he do so? It's right on the edge of the D, right of centre. Lionel Messi lines it up with his left foot. Can Inter Miami get a consolation? 3 minutes to go. As Messi stands over the wall, waits for the referee. Curls it over the wall. Oh no, he doesn't. He's blocked. Headed away. Thought for a moment that was being sent over the wall, but PSG block it. And here they come in numbers here. Over to the left-hand side to Barcelona. They could get the killer fifth, and that would be that. Here is Barcelona into the penalty area. Cuts in two defenders, but it's a good challenge in the end. And Inter Miami will come away with the ball. Here is Redondo. This time ticks on to the 90 minutes. Out to the left-hand side to Kramashi. Here's Benjamin Kramashi on the ball for Inter Miami. Again, they're playing the ball very neatly and nicely. There's the click ball, look for Suarez, but the ball is nodded back very comfortably by Paco. And that will be easy pickings for Donnarumma. PSG can just calm things down once again now. At ease they seem to be. Here is Warranty Emre. It's going to go all the way back to Donnarumma in the PSG goal. We've got a minute to play here. And, well, PSG can celebrate because they will be through the quarter-finals of this competition, the FIFA Club World Cup. Which was changed proceedings, didn't it, this time round? So, PSG again giving the ball away. Oh, they've put it back though. And here is Dembele with a first-time ball through to Kvaratskhelia, who doesn't look tired at all. He's on the ball into the penalty area down the left-hand side, cuts in on the right foot. Tees up for Tinha. Space on the right-hand side for a shot. Low drive, cut out. It was Dembele and drove it. But a great block in the end. What a block that was. Superb defending, has to be said. Tom Savinhas, but it will be a corner to Inter Miami. And Dembele will look to go over and take it. He takes it short very quickly. In the midst time, it's going to be set up here. Shot was blocked there. It's Tinha's strike from 30 yards out, but it's blocked. And thought he was going to go for a corner there, but he hasn't. And we've got 2 minutes of added on time to play. If you have just tuned in, you are listening to live audio match commentary. It's Paris Saint-Germain 4, Inter Miami 0. I feel that is how it's going to finish now. As the Starry will look to take the goal kick. We approach the first minute of the second added on. Clearance forward over the halfway line. Into Miami again. Some tired legs out there now. And into Miami perspective, you can tell that. Especially the effort they've put into this second half. That's where I think Mascherano will be disappointed, where the first half was a non-event really, from my point of view. Here's Kvaratskhelia down the line, just to Barcelona, tries to poke the ball into the box, but in the end takes the deflection, goes into the hands of Ustari, clicks the ball forward, over the halfway line, Luka. Look for something attacking wise, it's on the centre circle, nothing doing. Here coming to Miami, from right to left, back into the feet, goes Kramashi, given away, Tinha wins it back. We've almost played the 2 minutes of added on time now. We are now into added on time of the second half. The referee will get much, in fact he's blown up, that's it! It's all over here at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It's finished. PSG 4, Inter Miami 0. With all 4 goals coming inside the first half. It was a double from João Neves, a stooping diving header. And a fine close-range finish before Avilés put one through his own net, where it hit the midriff of him. From close range and into his own net. And then Hakimi added the 4th after his strike hit the bar, came back to him and he blasted in the rebound. As for Inter Miami, well, it was real chances at a premium, and the best they could muster was a Lionel Messi strike, which was comfortably saved by Donnarumma. Luis Suarez had an opportunity, but he miscontrolled the ball, but that really was as good as it got for Inter Miami. They were much better in the second half, but the first half, for sure, they were well and truly out of it. And PSG swooped through to the quarter-final of the FIFA Club World Cup. It's finished here, PSG 4, Inter Miami 0. Hope you enjoyed listening to that. A very good evening to you all. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page.